here's some code that I could write that deals with some simple geometry. So I've got a value for pi, I've got a way of computing the area of a circle, the circumference of a circle. I could do the same thing with surfaces of spheres and volumes of spheres. It's computations that kind of match together with one another. And imagine I've saved this away into a file that I call circle.py. And I've in fact got it loaded up ready to go. What I'd like to do is to say, so how would I use this? And the way I use it is that I simply, whether in a Python shell or in another file, say, let me import things in. So in particular, I'm going to go over here and start up my Python. And I am going to type in import circle. And that has now brought in the functions that I've defined there. So I can define pi to have a really simple value, which I know is not true. And if I say, what's the value of pi, it prints out that. But if I say, so what is the value of pi that is stored in the circle file? Aha! And so this notation right here, this dot notation, helps me specify that. The dot basically says, from the context circle, import the variable pi. Or similarly, from the context circle, import that variable area, which is a function, and use it. So I can, for example, say, give me circle.area of, I don't know, 3. And it brings in, from the circle context, the definition of area that I created when I actually stored it away inside of that file. So we'll come back to the dot notation, but it in essence lets us create modules with commonality to them and import things from them in a way that lets us use them very nicely. One way to do it is to simply say import from circle. And every time I want to use something from that file, I need to specify it using that kind of a definition. There's another way I can do it, which is to say from circle, from that context, just import everything. And let's see what happens if I do that. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say from circle, import everything. I'm going to define pi again to be something simple, like 3.0. Actually, that'll make it even dumber. Let's say it's 0.0. And if I say, what's the value of pi? Now I've gotten it in terms of that version. But if I say, give me the area, it will get the area that was created from circle. If I say I want the value of pi from circle, I can specify it. So this version of import basically says bring into my environment all the things from circle. If there is no binding in my environment, I will look it up from circle, but I don't have to specify it, which is why I could just say area. But I can also make changes in this environment, overriding what I saw in circle, such as this one where I define pi to have the particular value that I said I wanted to have. That tool basically gives us a way to bring modules captured together into our computation. And we're going to come back to that later on in the term.